backgrounds. So to me, my pen and my paper was my safe space. You know, I grew up in a house where it was
Be made together. Book now at dublinzoo.ie and let your adventure begin.
Welcome back to Unified. I am your host, Momoba Ogoro. Before the break, we were chatting about traveller representation in Irish film and TV. And we'd love to hear your thoughts if you have any contributions. You can tweet us on X at NewsTalkFM. And now I am joined by South African rapper Kkamii Kitana, and we're going to talk about your story and your life, essentially. Yeah. So hello, Kkamii. How are you?
Hello. Hi. I'm very good. Thank you. How are you today?
I am very good. And just a bit about yourself. Who is Kkamii Kitana?
That is a very, very hard question to answer. But I would say I am the ill, shy, but sometimes overly confident rapper that takes her music very seriously, but also realizes that she has a community to represent.
And when it came to your music, how did that all begin? How did it start with you and your life and everything like that?
It all started with a pen and a paper, you know. Like some people in this world, we don't all have amazing backgrounds. So to me, my pen and my paper was my safe space. You know, I grew up in a house where it was physical abuse, and my dad left, and it was just my mom, and she was a single parent, you know. And to me, I never felt like I fitted in anywhere. I've always felt like an outcast, you know. And to me, my best friend then was my pen and my paper. And I continue to heal myself with that pen and paper just by writing it down. Whoever's listening, whatever you're going through, trust me, all you need is a pen and a paper. And I promise you, it's an old thing that people say, it works.
Journaling works.
You know what I'm saying? Express yourself. Write it down. If you have a goal, if you have a problem, just write it down. Even if you want to write it to yourself, dear myself, or dear whatever it may be, just write it down. And that's what I did. That's the formula I followed, and I've pushed myself into that. And I fell in love with music. Obviously, there was so many inspirations. We have rappers, Nicki Minaj. We have...
Obsessed. When I heard you were a Nicki fan, I was like,
oh! Listen, if you don't know Nicki Minaj, you need to lift up that rock, girl. Hello. And she inspired me, and I've always been compared to her. One main thing she taught me how to do is to be sturdy and strong. And she showed me what music looks like. She showed me what rap looks like. And with that, it lit up a fire inside of me, and it just pushed me to write my story. You know, because looking back and looking in the industry, we don't have LGBT moguls. Yes, in music, we don't have. Like a rapper that's gone straight Beyonce level. None of them has made that yet. We have people that are lifting the ladder, yes, and I recognize all. But it's time to take it to the next level.
And what does that level look like?
That level looks like success. That level looks like representing a community, making everyone that has been an outcast feel like now's your time. You know, because we look at Kanye West, we look at Kim Kardashian, we look at Nicki Minaj. All these artists are able to sell out mainly because they have the power of the LGBT community. That's one thing that I've noticed being in the industry. If you don't push that, and if you don't let people know that no matter, even if you gay, straight, black, white, whatever it may be, if you come together and you find a place of where you can all, you know, we all like one thing, we all can, you know, have an input. That's how you build your brand. That's how you build your community. You know, you listen to what they're saying and you do what they're saying. And, you know, they do have your back when the time comes to represent and to, you know, we all know the Barbs.
The Barbs are ferocious. I'm not ferocious. I'm a Barb. I'm not ferocious, but the Barbs are ferocious. And Kkamii, when it comes to your story, and I know you haven't been talking about it a lot in terms of your own transition.
Yes.
When it comes to your story, is that put into your rap? Do you talk about that in terms of your rap and your music?
I do. I definitely do. You know, it's something that I was not always proud of. And I know people that are listening, if you're hiding, if you are sitting wherever you are at this moment, If there's anything that you can take from me, it's don't hide. Because when you hide, you're hiding your superpower. You are hiding the thing that makes you different from everyone. You know? And why do we hide? Fear. Fear is the one thing that causes us to go into that shell and not want to show who you are. And I urge parents and people that are listening, don't be hard on your kids. Their time will come. Even if your kid is different, if your kid feels different, just listen. You don't have to say much. Have an open heart that your child can come to you and say, Mom or Dad, I have this issue. I feel different. I didn't really have that. So these are things that I wish was given to me. It only came later to me when I transitioned physically, 14, 13. But before that, I wish I had that because I would have understood myself better.
Did you have like a person that you could confide in at the time?
No, it was just me. Mommy was there, but also, you know, there's a line. Mommy is mommy. Do you know?
And in South Africa as well.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy out there. And all these things literally just pushed me into different circles in life. But I thank God that I eventually found myself. And I'm sitting here today just to be able to share the story because there's a lot of us out there. A lot of people, not just gay, straight, but also being different, whether you're disabled or in any certain way that you are different. Person is taking inspiration.
That's a beautiful story. And in terms of your music, like, what else do you write about?
Whether you're into different circles in life, but I thank God that I eventually found myself. And I'm sitting here today just to be able to share the story because there's a lot of us out there. A lot of people, not just gay, straight, but also being different, whether you're disabled or in any certain way that you are different. Don't hide about it. Just be open about it. And because the next person's listening and the next person is taking inspiration.
That's a beautiful story. And in terms of your music, like, what else do you write about? I know you said you write about your transition, but like, you go hard. Like,
yes,
what do you write about?
I go very hard. That's why so much people respect me and my pen, because I do take my pen very serious. You know, I'm not one of those rappers that's gonna rap about something that's popular. I am a writer, so I write about what I'm feeling. So if someone is wronging me, everyone that's listening, how are you doing?
The pen is out right now. Taking notes.
You know what I mean? And yeah, I just simply I write what I go through. So my album is based on so much that I've gone through. It's a 3-year project that I've worked on over the time. And in that 3 years, I was in love, engaged, to being broken up, to my mother passing away and my father passing away. So in that 3 years, I've lost a lot. A lot. But one thing that I will say that I learned is that the universe and God is preparing me for something bigger. And I understand now why. Because mom was sick. Dad was really not there. Ex-boyfriend was someone and dragging me down. All these things were stopping me to getting from where I have to go. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying like in a way as in, yeah, I need my mom. She's my mom, but she's out of pain. She's there where she can guide me. She's there where she can help me. She's there where she can look over me. Do you know what I mean? And I don't have that. Not saying that it's a problem, but we're going to be real here. When mom is sick, you feel like you can't do anything. When mom has cancer, suffering in a hospital or whatever it may be.
Yeah, there's obligations there to care.
You know, how and how do you find the ability to want to keep going when you know you need to go home because your mom might pass or something. You know, so God has removed all these things in my life, mainly just to prepare for what's to come.
And what is to come, can I ask?
Ooh, if I knew, I would tell you. Well,
what you envision to come? What is the dream?
So much. You know, what I do wish to come is that for Ireland to be put on the map, that is my main goal. It is time for artists and creatives and people that are different to come together and stop the gatekeeping. Gatekeeping is not going to get you anywhere. We are thinking about a future. And if you keep gatekeeping, what is the future of production and music and film and whatever it may be? We need to share each other's experiences and share connections. And that's my idea, is to come in to the game and push through the main doors, which I know I'm capable to do. You know, for so many trans girls, gay guys, straight guys. Yes, the push is open now. Companies are including LGBT because it's popular, because it brings money.
Really?
They see the revenue. They see,
The
and that's
revenue.
okay.
And that's okay. You're getting in the door.
You know what I'm saying? That gets me in the door. So I will take the opportunity and I will
And then
run.
check them when you're in the door. That's what I do. Check them when you're in the door.
Amen. Yes. Yes.
That's amazing to hear. That's amazing to hear. And in your album, can you give us an example of one of the songs that has been the most profound to you and why you actually wrote that song?
Yes. There's a song actually on the album. There's two of them, so I'm going to share two of them. One of them first I already released it as a single from the album. It's called Know That I Love You, which did really well on radio and stuff, and mainly in Cork and stuff like that. And with that song, actually, I was going through a breakup and I wrote that song that night. I broke up with him. And let me tell you something. I'm a Cancer. Are there any Cancers in the house? Can I get a Cancer?
I'm a Virgo, so I can.
Ooh, Beyonce.
Beyonce and Michael Jackson are both Virgos, so that's my claim to fame.
Can you see?
Yeah, claim to fame.
Oh, look at the level of career. Virgos are people that are like
On the ball, organized.
Do you know what I mean?
What you were saying.
Yes. And I'm a Cancer, so I'm very how do I say, shy and stuff like that until I get confident and and yeah. So being a Cancer in the industry and being a Cancer as well in person, it's a little bit different because I have to be this confident person on stage. I have to be this open person and when naturally I'm very shy and I just want to be at home. And I just, want to have my pen and my paper or in the studio and record, But yeah, it's a journey and I'm just enjoying the process. I'm taking every step with God because we all know where this journey may lead. Some dark paths are led down this journey. But anything done in light, you shall reach there.
And the other song that you were saying that...
Yes, the other song, it's Know That I Love You, is one of them, which I was writing through the breakup and stuff like that. And then the other song is called Mother, which I wrote because of my mom that's passed away. It was me... I write about seeing her body, going over to South Africa, seeing her body, and because we washed her, put her in her favorite clothes. It's a kind of feeling that I wish I was prepared for, but I wasn't. It's a different thing when you see your parent pass lifeless and, just laying there and you're 25 years old.
Yeah.
You need them.
Yeah.
You need them, And I didn't have that. But luckily, I found such power inside myself for such a long time because of being bullied for being trans. So you see, it comes both hands. It's, yes, a lot of suffering came with being different, but it's also built strength and courage inside of me, And that is what gave me the ability to go through seeing my mom. And I talk about it in the song. And it's a little bit of a sad one, but I want to show people versatility. So that's my main thing.
And it just really sounds to me that you have gone through such a personal journey to who you are now. And a question I'd love to ask is for that little child just discovering themselves, realizing that they are different, what would you say to that little child? What would you say to them if they're going through that journey,
Wow. What would I say to my younger self? I would say just to have patience, know that love will come, and try to be a little bit more confident and do whatever you think, because we're all on this planet but not here for a long time. In a guarantee, in the next 100 years, none of us will be here. Maybe 1 or 2, 102, 103, but that's a blessing. But most of us won't be here. And I just, if anything, and you're listening and you're at home and you're trying to take inspiration and you've heard me and you've seen me before, just do it. Whatever you have in your mind, just do it. Who cares about the risks? Who cares about who's going to judge you? Just do it. And from there, it's a trial and error. You see the reaction, you build that as a foundation, and you make it better.
That's a really inspirational way of trying to support that young person that's just trying to get their work out there. And in terms of your music, where can we find it? Where can we go? Or are you performing? Is there anything that we're waiting for? Because I'm ready. I'm ready,
baby. I'm really busy this summer. I have a few more gigs and stuff in Galway. I'm working on something that's based in London.
She's international.
Yes, it's my first time actually going over to London. So because a lot of people are always saying you should move to London, I'm like, no, I want to do it in Ireland. Stop telling me to go to our country can do it. We can. We have the resources.
Exactly, it's there.
And my music is on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere, SoundCloud. All you need to do is type in Kkamii Kitana, and you'll find me. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kkamii, for the conversation today. It's been so inspiring to hear how you became the bad bitch that you are. Coming up next on The Social Scene, we'll be hearing from a group who are using sport as a way to integrate migrant communities and local Irish communities. We'll be meeting the Sanctuary Runners, who'll be coming up next. Stay tuned.
Magical moments can be made together. Book now at theenamazing and let your adventure begin.
Welcome back to Unified. I am your host, Momoba Ogoro. Before the break, we were chatting about